didn't want to come back. Why would I, after all that's happened, even in here? So, where is the journal? Don't need to go in there. That's the bathroom.
Okay. Continue. Hi, Kelsey. Yes, I'm
Hi,
talking
Kelsey.
to you. Okay.
Yes, I'm talking to you. I know you've been reading my journal. Can I ever forgive you for what you did? Honestly, I don't know. I'm trying really hard, but I don't know how. Because I don't understand any of it. You are my friend, and I loved you unconditionally. I did what I did because of you, and I stood up to him because of you. But you, I don't know. Right now, I can't be near you, so I don't want you to come find me. I promise I'll be all right. Marie.
Except she wouldn't be. She would not be all right. She once asked me, "Don't you ever dream, Kelsey?" And I said, I don't. I don't dream. I plan. What I didn't tell her was that I wouldn't allow anyone to mess with those plans.
Nothing.
That's Trevor's phone number. He called her. I knew he blamed her for everything, though she should have blamed him for what he did to her and Mr. Torres. I need to find the key. A 5-figure number.
Wake me up when I'm famous. Ooh. I'm gonna...
Have you ever peeled an orange so juicy the drops erupted from underneath its skin like fireworks in the setting sun? The trees in Mr. Jones's garden had them. I used to live off his garden vegetables and fruit before I met Trevor. Disgusting, but cheap. I got used to them after I didn't want to go to the food kitchen anymore. The vicious taste of these meatballs still beat the humiliation of being served by Marie. I'm not a shadow person. Yeah, it took me all I had to convince her she wasn't. She loved being a birthday girl. Mr. Torres would take her shopping every year. I loved skinny dipping, but Marie insisted on wearing this thing. Really, I mean, it was Mr. Jones's pool, after dark. No one would ever come close to the freak. And he wasn't there, just to be clear. But someone else was.
What? Hey, my boxes.
Marie insisted on saving these. She was going to make a new world with them, whatever that was supposed to be. I've never actually seen her build anything. Mr. Torres and Marie were robbed in their own house, not long after we met at Food Rescue. He was stabbed, almost died. She was knocked out with a baseball bat.
My god.
She was in the hospital for a while. Stitches, concussion. She still had headaches, she said.
Bumblebee. So that.
Marie always dreamed about going to Europe. I don't think she ever went. She must have written it down here somewhere.
Not a dream.
Damn, what's the password again? I need to find it.
And it.
Trevor. What an asshole. After we broke up, he got violent sometimes. One day, he dragged me through the school hall by my shirt until one of Marie's geek friends stopped him. Ben, I think it was. He got a lot of shit for it later. Mr. Torres. Thick as thieves, those two. Ever since Lorraine died, they only had each other. Marie was suffering when he was in intensive care. That was a nasty knife wound. She wouldn't stop about time travel and black holes and stuff. I just wanted to do something simple. Calculate shit.
Calculate
Boring
shit.
is what she said. Her, the weird kid, talked boring. So yeah, we settled on antimatter, because who wants to be boring? Ah, yes. The science project. Of all people, they chose to pair me with the girl from Food Rescue. Outrageous. But I got over it, and chose to work my ass off. I had to if I wanted to get that scholarship. Hated that thing. Chemistry holds no surprises. Love that.
You have a wormhole, then you can turn them into time machines for going backwards in time. However big our world is, in our hearts, our minds, in our outsized atlases, the universe is even bigger. There are more stars in the universe than grains of sand on the world's beaches, more stars in the universe than seconds of time that have passed since Earth formed, more stars than words and sounds ever uttered by all humans who have ever lived. The day we cease exploration of the cosmos is the day we threaten the continuance of our species. In that bleak world, arms-bearing, resource-hungry people and nations will be prone to act under low, contracted prejudice, and would have seen the last gasp of human enlightenment until the rise of a visionary new culture once again embraces the cosmic perspective in which we are one, floating neither above nor below, but within. Russ Tyson. Uh,
Trevor was never far off, though. When Marie and I rode our bikes through dark nights just to get a taste of those perfect oranges, I knew he was lurking in the shadows.
Eric.
I never told her, but I think that's how he found us. He followed us back to the room.
Have you seen this man? String of burglaries in Orange
Have you
Grove.
seen this man? Yeah, I've seen him.
It's Trevor. What's this?
Mr. Torres loved that beer. After the robbery, he only had a couple left. Apparently they were hard to come by. Still, we decided to try a bottle once. Marie loved that label. She drew it in her journal. I remember that. All that happened later that night, I'm not sure. Maybe I don't want to remember.
Oh no, updated. Number 21, 2017, OMG. They put me on Kelsey's team. My heart races whenever I stop to think about it. Don't think she's all that pleased though. I wonder whether she remembers me from Food Rescue. God, I hope not. I feel so connected to her, isn't that weird? I'd love for us to be friends. She's just amazing. Can't wait to start working on her science project. Did you get that our project? I feel like I'm going to explode from excitement. I screwed up, but I was worried. I'm still worried, and what else could I do? Kelsey hasn't been to Food Rescue in a while, and I just wanted to make sure she wasn't hungry or something, so I offered her my sandwich. Or why did I do that? I will never be friends. Good one, Marie. Really, really well done. She looked at me like I was crazy and walked out, and now we're behind with the project too. I hope we make the deadline. For number 22, just stop. Why do you keep writing this shit? I know there isn't much news in Orange Grove, but it's been ages. Not literally, but you know. We are never gonna find them. I wish everyone would just stop, leave us alone, so I can forget that whole god-awful night. I don't think my dad was a hero for trying to stop them. Truth is, we never saw them coming. When that guy jumped and stabbed my dad, something snapped and I would have punched him, scratched his eyes out. I swear, I think I could have killed him, but the other one got to me before I even knew. There were two. I never saw their faces, neither did my dad, so they never caught them. I'm not fierce plus. January 5, 20. Whoa, what's up, Babs? Merry Christmas. No? Chill lang. Chill lang. Saglit lang to, alam ko. Very fast game. January 5, 2018, we're all just matter. That's what Kelsey keeps saying, and she's right, but matter is also life, and life is something we need to take care of. She likes to be out on a limb. She says she's got nothing to lose. Bam, she didn't even realize what she was saying. Or maybe I'm too sensitive. Guess that'll show me to believe that we were friends. I guess I'm a shadow after all. Oh, I am a shadow person after all. I think she's gonna break her neck, by the way. If I care, loving the chemistry. Oh, another. 17, 2018. You may have noticed, sweet journal, that there are less and less F words in these pages. I am so freaking proud, ha. Only when I go berserk, like when Kelsey threw that rock through my window, then it's hard to keep up. Did you know that as a little girl, I used to curse abundantly? Trying to extend my vocabulary here. Dad thought it indicated intelligence, and I guess it looked cute up to a certain age. But he said Mom hated it, so every time I used the F word, he made me put a piece of candy in the swear jar. I can't tell you how much that hurt every time, because I'd never see it again. I think he secretly ate it. He must have rejoiced. Yep, vocabulary extension again. Every time I swear like a madman. Madwoman. Must have. She called me her friend today. I am not a shadow person anymore. She's my friend. March 27, 2018. I have a dream. Kelsey broke up with Trevor finally April 11. She can do much better than that total loser. He assaulted her in the school hallway. Of course, no one saw it happen, but he literally tore the clothes from her body. F. I promised not to wear, so there you go. But she's done with him now. Things can only get better. April 13. I think he's crazy. He keeps calling me at the most impossible hours. Just to yell at me, calling me names, threatening me that if I don't let Kelsey go, he'll do this or that, as if I got her tied up in here. I now unplug the phone whenever I go to sleep. Kelsey took me night swimming in Mr. Jones' pool. I was scared shitless the first time, but 2 beers and freshly picked oranges. Chill, best nights ever. 2018, June 7. I'm forever convinced Kelsey to ride a bike because it ain't cool. Our rides are the best part of the day now. And on this day, we rode them through Mr. Jones' Orange Grove. In broad daylight, we got home with a basket full of the juiciest golden oranges. I don't even think about getting caught. There's been another home invasion just 2 blocks from here. They killed a woman this time. And the police think it's Trevor. Suppose it was him in our house. I can't wrap my head around it. It's too big, but Kelsey says it isn't true that Trevor is a bastard but will never commit such violent acts. Looking at the torn t-shirt, I think she might be in denial there. I did it. I hope I'm not going going to regret this. 7. We needed this beer, water, and oranges. Like so many beer. Oranges. Like so many nights before Trevor. No, I am not going to let him spoil my night at the pool with Kelsey. He who shall not be named shall not be named, not today. Not a shadow. Shadow.
Damn, what's the password again?
Shadow.
I need to find it.
Hackerman. Bumblebee. Fitness overload, lol.
One day, I just had to know. What's up with all the cats? She said she admired them, that they were who they were without any pretense, that they had no fear of confrontation. She wanted to be more like them.
Inep. My pet is missing.
When Bumblebee
Ooh.
went missing, Marie cried for days. She thought I couldn't hear her at night. I could never prove it, but I'm sure it was Trevor.
Oh no. Bumblebee usually wears a red collar with his name. He's an orange tabby with white chest, paws, green eyes, with final.
Marie,
Whoa.
what were you thinking? You know that's illegal. Why does someone need to get hurt before we step up and act, for Christ's sake? If they had,
Bogo dignidad.
none of this shit would have happened, and no one would have died.
Hi Marie, it grieves me to hear that this is how you feel, but I'm afraid there's not much I can do at this stage. I understand you are alarmed and feel unsafe, but Trevor has not broken any school laws, nor has he hurt anyone. I would like to invite you and Trevor to my office to see if we can start up a conversation between both of you. Let me know when you are ready to talk. You know where to find me. Kind regards, Prince.
Oh no.
Damn.
Why didn't you tell me, Marie? No wonder you were so frightened. We never should have gone to the Orange Grove.
Okay. I need the code. Out. That 5-digit code. Uy, pwede mag-zoom.
There's no such thing as food waste. And don't I know it? The smell of garbage will be in my nose forever, and the taste of it in my mouth. I swore I would never be that hungry again. I didn't care what it took. She asked me why I was so angry all the time, and I told her because it's a dirty deal. It's Russian roulette and utterly unfair. The cards I'd been dealt, any player would have passed. I chose to be angry instead. But Marie, my friend Marie, she got me a new deck and suggested I deal again. I'm not a shadow person.
I saw the digit. Digit, please. Don't pick up.
I need to find the key. A 5-figure number.
Phone.
That's Trevor's phone number.
Ah,
He called her.
burger phone.
I know he blamed her for
Okay.
everything.
90s.
Though she should have blamed him for what he did to her and Mr. Torres.
window.
She was my friend, and I had to tell her. So I came back here, throwing stones at
Oh.
the window, but she didn't react, so I threw a bigger stone, and it shattered the glass. She kept the stone as a souvenir to remind her not to trust me
Lol.
ever again.
Oh, okay. Notebook.
La La Land. That movie was a shit piece of crap. Glad Trevor snuck us in. I don't think I could have handled wasting $20 on that. Never thought I'd see Marie there. Then again, she always was a dreamer. I bet she loved it. She never
Haven't
realized
watched
I
that
didn't
yet.
want to be her friend in public. Lorraine,
little Marie.
Marie's mom, died when she was
Fury?
5.
Fury?
My mother, she might as well have been dead. She looked more dead than alive, anyhow. Passed out on the couch, empty bottles of gin on the floor.
Haha. Number. Alright.
When Bumblebee went missing,
Missing since.
Marie
No.
cried for days. Marie, what were you thinking? Why does someone need to get hurt before we step up and act, for Christ's sake? If they had, none of this shit would have happened, and no one would have died.
Who died? No digit. How's his phone?
I thought I was so
I could
lucky.
watch that gorgeous
An adoring
mountain.
boyfriend, free burgers from the kitchen he worked in, sparkly things he bought me.